am Anna from Space Station. That's Radio 2.0. They say an eclipse passed, but no one saw it. No photos. No news coverage. Just a viral whisper in the dark. Was it hidden? Was it never real? Or did something block our eyes from the sky? This is the eclipse that may have never existed. Did the world almost miss a solar eclipse in 2025?
On the stillness of August 2025, the universe suspended its breath. A solar eclipse was guaranteed, chiseled in the star's ancient catalogue. On August 12, the moon would brush against the sun, shading Europe's skies. But what if the heavens had plotted to conceal this ballet? A whisper exists in the records, a story unspoken. Did something, someone, almost pull the celestial script apart? Ancient seers described eclipses as omens, warnings inscribed in shadow. Their words still ring true today, causing discomfort in the modern heart. What were the skies hiding that day? The tale begins where light and darkness meet. In observatories set atop quiet heights, eyes were cast upwards. The path of the eclipse was mapped, accurate to the second. From Greenland's ice fields to Spain's sunny slopes, totality was assured. Alas for one astronomer, whose name is unknown, who wrote a disturbing entry. Anomaly detected, it said, tucked away in a discarded log. Was it a fault in the stars or something worse? The moon's path, they said, was inexorable, predictable. But what if the math concealed a secret flaw? A shadow of skepticism crept into the cold corridors of science. The eclipse was imminent, or was it not? In a forgotten library, a manuscript disintegrated in shaking hands. It spoke of a seer of the 13th century, her visions written on vellum. An eclipse shall fail when the world forgets its place. Her words, reduced to myth, now smoldered with otherworldly significance. Did she predict a time when the heavens would tarry? The prophecy foretold of hands unknown intervening with destiny. In 2025, her words re-emerged, spoken in darkened alcoves. Might an ancient adage prove real in a time of computers? The manuscript disappeared from the archive shortly thereafter. What power wanted to quiet history? Whispers circulated of a secret program, codenamed Umbra Veil, a group of minds concealed in bunkers under desert sands. Their aim? To dictate what the heavens showed. Satellites, they claimed, could manipulate impressions of the sky. Was the eclipse of 2025 a demonstration of their hidden ability? Whispers spilled from a whistleblower, then ceased. Papers muttered of lasers, of signals warping light itself. Might technology break the moon's ancient course? The truth was buried in classified vaults, locked away. Yet the sky, unyielding, seemed to watch in judgment. The eclipse's trajectory was a ribbon of shadow across the earth. From the Arctic's chill to Portugal's golden shores, it would sweep. Totality would last 6 minutes, a fleeting theft of daylight. Crowds gathered, unaware of the forces circling their ore. But what if the path had shifted, imperceptibly overnight? 1 degree might redefine the stellar map. Astronomers double-checked their equipment, hearts racing. Had the stars abandoned their primeval beat? In Mesopotamia, eclipses were harbingers of doom. Kings trembled, their thrones shaken by darkened suns. A clay tablet, unearthed in 2024, spoke of a stolen eclipse. Its cuneiform warned of a time when shadows would lie. Did the ancients know something we've forgotten? Their priests burned offerings to appease the angry sky. In 2025, no fires burned, but the unease remained. Could a forgotten ritual have held the key? The words of the tablet haunted the readers. The eclipse hung over them, but its truth was tenuous. A signal wavered on a monitor in a far-off observatory. It was not cosmic static, but something intentional, cutting. A pulse, they referred to it as, from a satellite nobody could identify. Was it interference or a reaching for the stars? The signal was gone, and only questions remained behind. Technicians spoke in hushed tones of a program out of their level of clearance. Anyone attempted to push the moon's quiet dance, the information was deleted, servers wiped of data by dawn. But the anomaly persisted, a ghost in the machine. The hour of the eclipse was approaching. History records, eclipses that never occurred. Assyria in 763 BCE awaited a promised darkening. The sun continued to shine, disregarding the priest's arithmetic. Was it mistake, or a power greater than mortal understanding? In 2025, the question hung heavy over the world. Could an eclipse be taken from the heavens themselves? Ancient texts suggested rituals to bind the will of the heavens. Were they myth or directives we did not comprehend? The past and present ran together, shadows blending. The world waited, none knowing the price. They were called the Sentinels, a hidden order. For centuries they patrolled the skies, quiet and invisible. Their chronicles spoke of eclipses as checkpoints of the universe. Every darkening, they felt, was a test of humanity's worth. Did they have a clue about 2025's eclipse? Their most recent gathering, whispered, was in a Paris vault. No echo of them was left after August 11th. Would they have acted or disappeared into darkness? Their emblem, a crescent moon, surfaced in unusual locations. The truth of the eclipse seemed to slide from their grasp. The crowds assembled on August 12th, faces raised to the sky. The moon set about its languid traverse of the face of the sun. But in a single village, the light flared, unnatural, fleeting. Was it a cloud or something secretly manufactured? Witnesses attested the eclipse stuttered, as if uncertain. No photographs captured it. The experience existed only in memory. Scientists wrote it off as mass delusion, yet the villagers spoke in hushed tones of a sky that lied. The eclipse went on, but its rhythm was broken. What had the world nearly lost? A voice out of the darkness, enigmatic and transitory. A scientist, they claimed, had revealed Umbravel's secret. Their message, an email to a reporter, talked of changed orbits. It's not the moon, it said, but who governs it? The email was traced back to a server in a desert complex. Hours later, the scientist vanished, his laboratory vacant. Was it chance or a silencing hand? The reporter ran the piece. It disappeared by dawn. The shadow of the eclipse lengthened, deepened, darkened. Who could have had the authority to take away a truth so immense? The orbit of the moon is a cosmic clockwork. Its line, computed over centuries, resists tampering. And yet, in 2025, a simulation suggested something impossible. A fractional displacement, imperceptible to the naked eye, but actual. Did a machine move the gears of the heavens? The simulation was terminated, its programmer demoted. No one uttered a word, but the information remained. Was the path of the eclipse altered, however momentarily, undefined? The stars kept their peace, as they always do. The answer was hidden in figures nobody could decipher. Totality came, a halo of fire on the outline of the moon. The world paused for 6 minutes, windless, frozen, in wonder. But in that blackness, some sensed something was wrong. A chill, not from the chill of cold air, but from unfelt eyes. Did the eclipse provide a theatre for powers we could not perceive? Some swore the stars flickered, as if signaling distress. The moment passed, the sun returned, unyielding, Yet the memory of that darkness carried a weight. Had we witnessed an eclipse or its shadow's twin? Undefined, the heavens offered no answers, only silence. A Chilean radio telescope picked up a brief transmission. Not cosmic, but earthly, in coded tight bursts. The source of the signal was a geostationary satellite. Its mission undisclosed, its owner unidentifiable. Did it whisper to the moon or to the witnesses? The logs of the telescope were deleted before dawn. A shaken technician talked of a sky hack. Was the eclipse a backdrop for a secret hands art? The echo of the signal persisted, an unsolved riddle. The world went on, but the sky did not forget. The seer's words were echoed in an old blog post that had been forgotten. When the shadow weakens, the world's heart will beat fast. Heartbeats accelerated in 2025 as the eclipse approached. Did the ancients have knowledge of a power to warp light? Undefined, their warnings once decried now seemed reality. A lone line haunted the scientists who discovered it. The eclipse will arrive, but not as intended. Was it prophecy or a design for interference? The post disappeared, its writer inaccessible. The truth of the shadow became increasingly difficult to comprehend. Astronomers worldwide watched the eclipse unfold. Their data aligned, their predictions flawless, almost. A single observatory in Iceland reported a discrepancy. The eclipse's edge, they said, was fractionally off. Was it equipment failure or something deliberate? The report was buried, the observatory shuttered. No one spoke of it, but the silence screamed. Had the sky been touched by hands unseen? The astronomers moved on, their doubts unspoken. The eclipse's shadow lingered in their minds. Umbra Vale's name reappeared in a leaked memo. A venture to reshape celestial perception, it said. Lasers, satellites, and algorithms of unimagined complexity. Could they change what the world saw in the heavens? Undefined. The memo described a test in the 2025 eclipse. Its purpose, to move the shadow, if only briefly. The leak was wiped clean, its author never discovered. Was the eclipse a success or an experiment in disguise? The truth hid in the shadow's fleeting edge. The world watched, unaware of the game above. The eclipse came and went, its loveliness stored away in memory. Though crowds returned to streets, their wonder unmarred by distrust. They sat in silent rooms, scientists analyzing figures, a flicker, a hesitation, a shadow out of place. Was it nature's fancy or an engineered deception? The questions were hidden deep within redacted files. No one mentioned the eclipse's anomalous heartbeat. The air was heavy, however, with an unspoken truth. The heavens had spoken, but what did they utter? The world continued on, eyes half-lidded. The 13th century prophet left a final prophecy. When the shadow lies, the stars will weep. In 2025, there were no tears, but the stars looked less bright. Had the eclipse been a message we hadn't listened to? Her words, once dead, now tormented the present. Suddenly, one line remained. The sky is not ours. Had it been a God's warning, or a warning against human pride? The weight of the prophecy rested on those who had heard it. The eclipse was finished, yet its shadow lingered. What had we just managed to avoid? The eclipse of August 12th, 2025 is past. Its wonder was photographed, its beauty shared. But behind the spectacle, questions still remain. Did the world almost miss a cosmic fact? Was the shadow we beheld the one intended to fall? The stars keep their secrets, cold and dark. Umbra Vale, if it existed, slumbers in wait. The seer's portents ring out, faint but unrelenting. The sky observes, its silence a whispered challenge. So ask yourself, if they can fake the sky, what else is false?